All right. Stream health, please stay good. For the love of all that's holy, please stay good. What's that? God, what is that? What is any of this? Jeez. Right. Hello everyone and welcome back. It's your host Michelle, aka Chat-Mort, and thank you so much for returning to my humble little channel. I have absolutely no idea if I'm allowed to do this. But it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. The old adage goes, the fact that it's an ancient adage that I adhere to almost on a daily basis doesn't change the fact that I'm incapable of saying the words, even though English is my first language. So, great. That's unfortunate. Yeah, except I don't think that rule really applies with Google since they own all of us. Anyway, as many of you have probably gotten if you are a YouTube creator, I assume everyone has gotten these nifty little surveys are popping up asking everybody for their opinions. It's a 15-minute survey. I'm freaking freezing if you can't tell by the fact that my fingers are blue. Oh my god, I'm so cold. I did a cut crease today. Don't I look freaking fancy? Yes, I do. Most of my viewers are male, so just play along and say, "You look great, Michelle." I will appreciate that a lot. Hi, Vargas. As always, if any of you guys do show up, even if it's just to laugh at me because I'm freezing to death because you hate me, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the stream if you think your friends would be interested in it. And don't forget to switch from top chat to live chat since Google thinks we are anti-fun and essentially Sesame Street here. We're not. We're grown-ups. We can handle ourselves if people say scary words. So change to live chat if you remember to. Sorry, I know that's grim. Also, yeah. Let me know if the audio gets real bad or the video quality gets real bad also. But in the meantime, we're going to press on. I just want to see what this is like, and I'm going to do my best to be as civil as possible as I go through this. Yeah, thank you for participating in this 15-minute survey and providing your feedback on your experience as a creator on YouTube. Cool. Yeah, they may use the data collected in this survey as outlined in their respective privacy policies. Obviously, I'm an adult child who doesn't care about my agency or my privacy, so I'm not going to read it. Information about this, information about your channel, rather, may be added to your survey responses, which is interesting, but obviously that's relevant to how people are answering the questions. If you're a gamer as opposed to a beauty guru, as opposed to somebody doing, you know, just like political commentary, etc. I fancy myself all those things, although I'm good at none of them. So, you know, I understand that it's very relevant for them to do that stuff. Relevant. Enunciate, you fool. Always use the next button at the bottom of the page. Do not use your browser buttons to go from one page to the other. Click the I agree box below, then the next to begin the survey. Hi, Robert. Guajardo? Guajardo. That's a cool name. I love Hispanic names. You look great, Michelle. Thank you. Thanks, dude. I tried. I actually am trying to get up early enough that I don't just have to, like, you know, do a little bit of makeup, drink my coffee, and hurry to work. I took time. I did, like, a whole bunch of eye makeup, and I straightened my hair so I look like a real grown-up today, kind of. Let's see what kind of questions YouTube, totally in good faith, totally with the actual intention of catering more to its users, is going to ask. That's very pink. Yeah, I agree. Okay, maybe I didn't click the I agree before. I didn't. Okay. This is a promising start, is it not? From the list below, please select the country you live in. The United States. Actually, I kind of don't like when, like, the most heavily populated country is the one at the top. I like when you're in alphabetical order because I think that Americans get a huge ego a lot of the time. So having to actually find ourselves on the list in alphabetical order is kind of humbling. I think it puts things in perspective. Whatever. Are you 18 years of age or older? I most certainly am. Yes. Thinking about YouTube in general, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? Well, let's see. YouTube is the best place for creators. I'm I'm gonna strongly disagree. It's the monopoly, but by no means does that make it the best place. YouTube couldn't make it any more obvious that they are completely inconsiderate of and not interested whatsoever in the needs and desires of their creators. I think that the only thing that YouTube does that helps its creators is being the biggest site right now. That's the only way it helps anybody. And they make it very clear, if any of you guys run your own channels, they could not give less of a care about small channels. They're doing everything within their power to disincentivize. Is that the word? I think that's the word. I should be having actual food to nourish my brain instead of vanilla Coke, but it's too late for that. I'm freezing to death. Do you see my nails are blue? Our heater's broken. De-incentivize, I believe. But yeah, they've done everything within their power over the last couple of years to punish and discourage and just force smaller creators off of the platform. Yeah, they are a monopoly, so they don't care. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know. They just have to, essentially, genuinely seems like they just are pretending to care every once in a while to placate the people who just aren't paying attention to what's going on. Hold on a minute. I'm back. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I apologize. It's I don't know. I don't even know why they do things like this. It couldn't be any more obvious that they don't care about any of their content creators. They're even employing celebrities now, Hollywood people, to try and make their platform more antiquated and establishment, you know, in nature and branding. It's bizarre. So I don't even know why they do things like this. This is a positive, civil stream. Boy howdy, I'm living up to that expectation. YouTube provides me with the best opportunity to make revenue as if. Are you shitting me? Absolutely not. YouTube does everything within their power to make sure that people like me know that we will never make money on their platform. If you look at my social blade, we little Chat-Mort. I'm sorry I keep saying shat. I mean Chat-Mort. You know what? We're not going to do that right now. We're not going to do the French pronunciation. French pronunciation. Point is, if you look at my social blade, it says that I have made several $100s off of my YouTube channel. I've not made a penny. I have not. I don't know. Social blade, I don't know. No, I've never made a cent off of YouTube, and YouTube has done everything within its power to make sure even those minuscule, completely inconsequential little paychecks they could be sending out to tiny channels like us, being that they are a multi-million-dollar company, if not multi-billion-dollar, you know, even though it would be inconsequential to them, they want to make absolutely sure that they save every little penny that could actually be helping very small creators like myself. I don't know. Pay rent, you know, pay our bills, pay our anything. Sorry. Hi, Ryan Lynn. Welcome to Michelle's grumpy ranting. Her blood sugar is too low for her to say anything coherent, and she's freezing to death, hence her fingers being blue and her nails being blue. Blech. It's very cold here. YouTube is the best place to build a fan base. No, not at all. Fan engagement is the opposite of intuitive and the opposite of just possible. I try my hardest to get back to everybody who comments on my videos. Sometimes I get scatterbrained or busy and I don't do that very well, so at times it is on me that I'm not very proactive about talking to my viewers. But YouTube doesn't let me know when people like my comments, when I'm watching other people's videos, or when I'm trying to interact with my own fan base and my friends I've made here. YouTube doesn't tell me when people comment on my videos. YouTube seems to be doing, I'm not saying this to be cynical, it genuinely seems like YouTube is doing everything within their power to make sure that I don't know if fans take any interest in my videos whatsoever. I am not armed with any of the tools necessary, even rudimentary tools, to be able to determine like what my fans like more than others. And it's so hard, you know? There's no way to build a fan base when I can't get my videos promoted whatsoever. You know, the algorithm is completely ambiguous and nebulous on purpose, so they can push whoever they want to push, whoever, you know, has an uncle or an older sibling in the company or whatever, you know, whoever the shareholders, the like major stockholder type people want promoted. That's why they make it ambiguous how the algorithm works. I've had maybe 2 people ever tell me that they came to my videos because they saw one of my videos recommended for them in the sidebar. Like 2. That's not good, you know, and I'm not that bad at SEO stuff. Get a Snickers then. I don't have one. We like you, that's it. YouTube provides me the biggest potential audience. Unfortunately, I do agree. YouTube has the monopoly on video uploading, sharing, streaming, etc. YouNow, it doesn't compare. VidMe got run into the ground because nobody would support them, and YouTube did everything they could to make sure VidMe didn't get off the ground. Vimeo is, you know, nowhere near comparable. They are the monopoly, and therefore, if you I don't know, exchange favors, you know, of a saucy nature with people high enough up in the company, or if you just happen to hit the jackpot with the algorithm, you know, because of some bizarre arbitrary tweak to it that some intern does, maybe you'll make it big. And I'm not trying to say that as if the people who have succeeded on this site don't deserve it. Many of the people who are wildly successful are amazing and incredibly hardworking people. But, you know, it is in the very barest sense. But yes, because YouTube does, it does retain the highest, like, largest captive audience of any site of this type because they're the monopoly. Yes, I have to agree in that regard. YouTube is a viable place for me to... Are you... No. I've not made a cent on YouTube. YouTube is... You've seen this in the last couple years. You know how they pushed it back, so you can't even make like $5 of AdSense money or whatever a month anymore unless you have a very large amount of watch time monthly and you have a certain number of subscribers. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, but that kind of watch time, unless I'm just like a Twitch thought and I just stream for hours a day, like eating spaghetti in a low-cut shirt. Everything but the spaghetti I could do, I guess. I don't really like tomato products, but I could do the rest. There's no way for me to make that, or at least there isn't right now. And yes, the money I was making before was somewhat inconsequential, but at least I could have gotten super chats before they made it even more restrictive and cut off and alienated even more very small content creators. No, YouTube is not a viable place for me to make money. No, not unless I'm sucking up to the right people in YouTube. I don't know how on earth I'm supposed to make money. It doesn't work. YouTube is trustworthy. Absolutely not. Nobody trusts YouTube. The people who work at YouTube don't even trust YouTube because they know how untrustworthy they are. Whew. I am heated in every way but physically. My hair is not good. Man, I don't know what's happening. I think that's a little better. What do you guys think? I don't know. Why do you disagree strongly with the following statement? YouTube is the best place for creators. YouTube has made it abundantly clear with each addition or change to its policy that the wishes and needs of creators are irrelevant to its decision-making process. Please let me know, you guys, if you can hear me okay. That's one word because I said so. I bumped my mic the tiniest bit, so please let me know if you can hear me all right. I practically have PTSD from that time in the past when Mira walked by and she, like, her fluff, like, brushed my mic the tiniest bit, and then I lost audio. I'll try and pay attention to the chat, so let me know if there are any issues, please, or just let me know what you guys are thinking. Make carbonara then. Yeah, that's possible. That's more doable than... I have terrible heartburn, so tomato products I just can't handle. I just can't. They make me so sick. Yeah, why do you disagree strongly with the following statement? YouTube is the best place for creators. YouTube has made it abundantly clear with each addition or change to its policy that the wishes and needs of its creators are relevant to its decision-making process. The algorithms are nebulous at best and constantly changing. I saw myself in the monitor and it scared me, making it impossible for creators to know how to market themselves to get increased exposure. This is how I write on a daily basis. When I send emails at work, people are like, okay, thanks. And then, yeah. Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. Hi, Morgan. Audio is fine. Thanks, Axnar. We can hear you. Sweet. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Our heater's so broken. I need to have, like, The Sims and, like, my video editing software running at the same time and, like, 12 tabs of Chrome open, and maybe my computer will be warm enough that I can, like, huddle by it and, like, thaw some of my, like, freezer food. The algorithms are nebulous at best and constantly changing, making it impossible for creators to know how to market themselves to get increased exposure. What was the other thing I was going to say? My mind is racing because my blood sugar's so low. Ah, I know what to have. Ancient, weird, like, small hometown company butter mints. Have you guys ever had these mints? They're like, I think only old people and me eat them. Like, they usually come in a pack where you get green, pink, white, and the yellow ones. But I found a place where you can get just these ones. Delicious. Wow, that is a delay. What do you mean by that? That scares me. That'll help my blood sugar, I'm hoping. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just die. Either way, it'll get me more views, I'm sure. The unexplained and seemingly arbitrary, that's a big word. Did I use the word arbitrary already? I hope not. Okay. The unexplained and seemingly arbitrary deletions of long-running channels in good standing are deeply alarming and disheartening. That's all I'm gonna say. My chair is rolly and I'm pleased. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. The unexplained and seemingly arbitrary deletions, that's a big word too, deletions of long-running channels in good standing are... The deletions, yes, the deletions, that's the subject of the sentence. The deletions are deeply alarming and disheartening. That is absolutely entirely. Wait, it said to protect your privacy, something, 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 and then I clicked away. Whoops. Are you monetizing one or more channels on YouTube? Buddy, I'm not eligible. Okay, thinking specifically of YouTube's educational support. Does that mean the silly how-to videos? Hello, Kenneth. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by to hear my ranting as I slowly freeze to death. It's not that cold. I just am a gargantuan weenie. It's like 65 degrees in our house, maybe a little lower. Thinking specifically of YouTube's educational support. How strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? Well, let's see. I like that it shows the little progress bar at the top. Can you see my cursor? Yeah. Okay, yes, good, you can. YouTube makes it easy for me to find the information I need when I need it. I'm gonna disagree. I've never seen any of those like tutorial videos or like informational videos from YouTube on how to be a better creator or how to use like different like systems and features they roll out. It's just like incidental. They'll pop up sometimes, like when I'm in the like creator studio thing. I'm not going to disagree strongly because I've never searched for them. I don't go out of my way to, you know, find them, so I can't say for sure that they don't come up when you need them. YouTube makes it clear to me what it takes to succeed. Absolutely not. Their algorithms are constantly changing. People are constantly having to change like their whole description box, the lengths of their videos, like how many days a week they're uploading. When YouTube is somebody's whole career, that's crazy for it to be just that completely random, you know, as to how they are going to have to market themselves. That's insane. It's terrifying. YouTube's learning resources help me establish a fan base. I'm going to disagree slightly. Obviously, I think that in the how-to videos, they go over very, very basic things that don't tend to change as far as how to, like, you know, be consistent with your channel and your persona, do flashy thumbnails, stuff like that. So I'm not going to go the whole way to disagree strongly. YouTube's educational learning opportunities. I hope this is exactly what I think it is that they're referring to. Make my channel successful. No, they don't. YouTube makes it clear how to make money on the platform. I'm not going to say absolutely not. To an extent, they make it clear. Just in that they let you know, like, how... Hi, Jump Pogo. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Oh, good night, Vargas. I'm sorry I didn't see your message a while back. I'm eating buttermints because I'm a good YouTuber. Welcome, everyone. They're delicious. Have you guys eaten these? They're so good. Okay. Oh my god, I'm bad. I'm just bad. So, like... I'm not going to strongly disagree again, because YouTube does explain the very basics. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to monetize. You have to have like 10,000 minutes of watch time or something a month to monetize. You have to abide by community guidelines. There can't, unless you're a celebrity or it's like a YouTube original show, there can't be sex or swearing or violence. If YouTube is making it itself, the community guidelines completely fly out the window. But for the rest of us small-time creators who are just trying to get by, you know, it's some, you know what, I'm neither going to disagree or agree. Because at least as far as the very basics, they tell you what you've got to do. YouTube changing rules / making them so vague that no one truly knows what to do and what not to do until someone gets removed. Even then, no one is told why. Exactly. That's terrifying. Can you imagine? Like, I've tried to warn people in the past, but my channel's so small, nobody hears me, obviously. But people should know better than to just use their check from YouTube every month as their living. Like, you cannot trust any one channel. I'm sorry, I have, like, mushy, buttery, melty mints in my mouth, and that's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person. If you agree with me, Man, at least we have that in common. But, yeah, like, you should know better. You should open a Patreon or a maker support, or you should sell some kind of merchandise or something. You have to, as soon as you start getting successful, get your fans to start following you on other platforms. Make sure you've got a couple different streams of income. YouTube itself, maybe Patreon, things like Patreon, selling merchandise, things like that. You have to cover all your bases, because you never know when YouTube's going to do stuff like this. But that still doesn't make it justified when somebody who's, you know, has a wonderful channel that everybody likes, that doesn't violate the terms of service or community guidelines, you know, a channel that's been going for like maybe 8 to 10 years, when one of those channels is just taken away and nobody knows why, and they won't even explain to the creator why they just took their career away. That's terrifying. Exactly, Jump Pogo. It's like being fired and never being told why. That is exactly what it is. And it's just bizarre. You know, if they weren't a monopoly, they would never get away with this, ever. When thinking about how YouTube promotes creators, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? New and aspiring creators can achieve success on YouTube. I disagree strongly. I'm sorry. Some people, I do think it has to do with how good you are. Like, I think those people who are like insanely successful deserve it. However, I think that's like maybe 2% of the people who work just as hard and make just as high of quality content consistently. I think like 98% of the people who work just as hard and who would be just as engaging and enjoyable to watch by the masses, they never make it. And it's just because it's arbitrary. It's because YouTube can't be consistent or honest about how you can actually, you know, succeed, how you can get your videos recommended and promoted. Even kids learn from their mistakes when they're told or know they make them. Some YouTubers aren't even given a chance. That's exactly it, Jump Pogo. It's just insane, you know? And even if it's just because YouTube doesn't like you and they want to scare you or intimidate you or like take away your reach, they should put something in their community guidelines that gives them that wiggle room, something really vague, so you never know whether or not you're violating, you know, the guidelines or not. That way they could at least give you warnings in the legit way, before just taking your channel down. Because you're supposed to get what? You're supposed to get 3 strikes and then your channel gets taken down. YouTube plays an active role in promoting creators regardless of channel size. No, absolutely not. No. YouTube values a variety of different contents and formats. No, absolutely not. They like goofy Disney Channel funny faces, completely like shallow happy-go-lucky content. When people make horror content, darker stuff, when people make stuff about people who are missing, unsolved crimes where they're actually, you know, victims out there who they're trying to honor and do right by with their content, people who talk about LGBT stuff, people who talk about politics and race relations and all kinds of social issues, people who talk about virtually anything serious. They can't get anywhere. Even if they are not doing anything offensive or harmful, even if they are abiding by all the guidelines and trying to do something constructive, you know, nobody can get anywhere except for a select few channels that are like cherry picked, you know. Is the food ready? Yep. Yay, okay. I'll get food when I'm done streaming, but let's finish this first. YouTube values high quality content. No, absolutely not. Have you seen YouTube's original shows? No, they value the stupidest, most terrible content possible. I'm sorry, that's very cynical of me. They already shadow ban to an extent like Twitter do. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Thinking about your future on YouTube, I don't, because I don't think it exists. How strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? You're welcome. I want to invest more time in creating content for YouTube. You know what? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to make enough money from YouTube that I could dedicate like 3 days of the week to making content, you know, to researching stuff that I want to make content on. I would love that. But, you know, it's going to stay a hobby until it becomes something sustainable and, you know, financially rewarding for me. So, you know, in an ideal world, I would love to make more content. I enjoy doing this thoroughly. I want to invest more resources to develop my YouTube channel. Yes, to an extent. I don't want to make things exceedingly flashy. I don't want things to be like overly produced and fake seeming though. I want to get ahead based on the quality of my content as opposed to just sort of doing the same level content I do now, but with better lighting, better sound. You know, I want like the heart of my videos to be the reason I do better, you know. I want that to be what people like me for. I want that to, in a perfect world, be what I'm successful for, you know. I am in control of my destiny on YouTube. No. No. I feel confident about my future on YouTube. Absolutely not. No. I worry that I might lose my YouTube channel because of copyright or content ID issues. Well, yes. That's not the main thing. I just worry about, even though obviously it's a very small minority of people it happens to, I'm worried that YouTube's just gonna delete my channel with no explanation, you know? But yeah, the completely ridiculous, unchecked, nonsensical, like copy strike thing that's also a massive concern, and that's why the morale is so, like, horrifically, grimly low, you know? Thinking specifically of YouTube's tools and features, comma, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? YouTube makes it easy to find the tools I need when I need them. No, not really. YouTube's analytical tools help me make better decisions for my channel. I'm going to say no, because they have no bearing on how well you do. They just don't, you know, they're telling you one thing about like what videos give you a lot of watch time, about like what your demographic is, like what age range, what gender, stuff like that. But that stuff still doesn't help you know the like super ridiculous, nebulous, arbitrary, ever-changing algorithm stuff that you need to know, you know, in order to promote yourself. It doesn't help you to know that stuff. And it's just because they make it so mysterious, you know. It would help you if their algorithm made sense, if they actually promoted everybody equally based on, you know, their content, but they don't. YouTube is a leader in innovative technology for creators. No, I don't think so. YouTube continues to improve tools and features to meet creators' needs. No, every single policy change they have rolled out, everything in the past 5 years, if not more, has flown directly in the face of everything that creators and just, you know, people who are viewers want and need. And YouTube knows that, and they don't care. They absolutely do not care. YouTube's tools and features help me interact with my fans. I'm going to disagree slightly. To an extent, they do. I love the live chat. I appreciate that feature. I appreciate that maybe 10% of the time somebody comments on something of mine or subscribes, I actually get an email about it. I mean, so yeah, when their tools actually work, which is almost never, they do help. They do help me interact with you guys, and that's the meaningful thing. That's the point of this for me. So it would be cool if that worked more, but I'm not holding my breath. YouTube is the primary place for me to nurture my fan base and community. You know what? No, I disagree strongly. My fan base, my community, I talk to a lot more on Twitter. And Twitter is no better as far as like shadow banning people, political censorship, suppressing people who don't push the exact right narrative. Even Twitter is more successful than this for just notifying me when somebody's talking to me so I can, you know, actually connect with the people who think similarly to me, or at least are interested in me and what I have to say, you know? I'm happy to have found you. I try to retweet you in your channel and share on Facebook without spamming my friends. That's wonderful, and that's really, really sweet, Ryan Lynn. Thank you so much for that. That is really cool. Being told false DMCA strikes are illegal, not allowed, and nothing substantial being done to those who abuse it is another fault. Absolutely, yes. I'm going to go to a protest and blast a terrible song I'll write myself and copy strike every video of the event. That's genius, dude. You should absolutely do it. Well, whoever does it first should absolutely do it. It's a great idea. I'll vouch for you, Uncle Jeezy, if that ever comes to pass. Would be nice if notifications actually showed up on time instead of 20 minutes after stream started. I know. Like, if people have the same stream, if it starts at the same time every night, don't you think YouTube could actually figure that out and actually get the notification out to you in time? That's really too hard for this, like, multi-million-dollar gargantuan juggernaut of a company? Really? Only on Twitter to follow a smallish group of people. See, my Twitter is out of control. I follow like 4,000 people, if not more, and it's just a disaster. Twitter is a mess, and that's another thing. I would get very heated if I did a survey on how Twitter is working these days. But Twitter is owned mostly by like Saudi princes, so obviously like a pro-American constitutionalist narrative is not going to do well on Twitter, you know? I'm cold. I'm so cold. My fingers are blue. I'm dying. Thinking specifically about how YouTube motivates creators. How strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? This is taking a long time. Okay. YouTube makes me feel part of the creator community. I'm going to disagree slightly, although I just think that's more of the sense of community created by people who make similar content to me, being the political commentary type content, as opposed to YouTube actually fostering or, you know, like encouraging that in any way, necessarily. YouTube allows me to reach an audience that will appreciate my content. I think my audience appreciates my cleavage. Like, not to be cynical, but I don't think that my content is being promoted to people who are interested in it. I think most of the people that I have found, like my audience, either they're from that one time that I asked Undoomed to tell me what he thought of my video and he shared it. I siphoned off a couple of Margaret McLennan's fans. I'm like the, you know, like the Great Value Margaret. So some of the ones with slightly lower standards have come here and kind of get their fill of something similar. You know, it's almost coincidental, or it has to do with interactions that took place outside of YouTube that I have any of my audience. I don't think that YouTube allows me to do that. I think it's coincidental that that even like comes to fruition on YouTube. I'm going to disagree strongly. I'm sorry, that's genuinely how I feel. YouTube makes it fun to be a creator. I'm going to disagree slightly. The current YouTube makes it almost hopeless. It's hardly fun anymore. But I'm one of the kind of people who's creative, and I need to see the fruits of my labor to like validate and justify my own existence to myself. So it's very satisfying for me to see my own videos and to see my own channel and see that accomplishment. So that's fun to the extent that I even have fun, but YouTube itself has made it harder and harder to get enthused and feel gratified or anything, you know. Fun, I don't even know. No, I'm sorry. Wife just burped the same time as you did. Glitch in the Matrix, that's awesome. I found you through Griffix comments. Really? I blame Margaret for me finding you. Yeah. I miss Margaret. I mean, I know she's still on sometimes with Marina. But I wish I hadn't been so terrified and so just cripplingly shy back when we did that Straight Talk stream. I think maybe there would have been more of them if I hadn't been so bad. I don't know. I'm not sure. Breaking through on YouTube has become more difficult. Absolutely, yes. I strongly agree. YouTube allows me as a creator to express my creativity. I'll agree slightly. Most of the time you can do whatever you want with your creativity. It's just not promoted, you know. It's not promoted proportionately to how much you try to use the right keywords and the right description and all the things that you're supposed to do. YouTube understands me as a creator. I don't know. See, I want to disagree strongly, but I think they do. I think they understand me as a creator, and I think they either don't care about me or they don't like me, and that's why people like me don't do well. I'm not, and I don't mean to make it sound like I'm entitled and I think I should be much more successful than I am. I'm just saying I think that the vast majority of people in the same circles as me, as far as YouTube content and like the genre they fall into, I think we all feel similarly, and I know I do as well. So I'll just disagree slightly, just because unfortunately, part of me thinks they do understand me and they don't like me. And even if I should be getting more popular, I would not be. I can count on YouTube to do the right thing for its users and creators. That couldn't be further from the truth. YouTube inspires me to keep improving. No, it doesn't. You guys inspire me to keep improving. You guys. YouTube has nothing to do with it. And there's no way in hell I will ever consider you guys to be YouTube. You guys are external of YouTube. Your kindness, your support of me, your promotion of me is all despite what YouTube tries to do to suppress both small creators and anybody who isn't like super progressive left in their political commentary. You are not YouTube. You people are completely independent of that in how you get your credit for helping me. YouTube values the diversity of its creators. No, I don't think it does. Maybe in the most like condescending, bigoted, like obvious token-esque way possible they do, by like, oh, we're going to make sure to promote a couple Hispanic creators, we're going to promote a couple Black creators, we're going to make sure to promote a couple disabled creators and a couple LGBT creators, like maybe just to make sure that the fans think they're promoting diversity. But I don't believe for a second that they care at all about diversity of any of that stuff, or of diversity of thought or experience whatsoever. YouTube creators can inspire social change. I'm going to agree strongly, you know, because that doesn't force me to give YouTube credit for that, because I don't think they deserve credit for that. Like the subscribe to PewDiePie campaign, for example. And that's just one very superficial example. YouTube creators can inspire massive social change. Have you seen the extremely vocal support that people have given to the creators who have just had their channels terminated for no reason with zero explanation? That's pretty impressive, the fact that people will rally and try to defend them and try to demand that YouTube give these people an explanation. Thinking specifically about how YouTube recognize, I'm not sure what this like goofy condescending screaming is, but it's okay. Maybe a 14-year-old wrote this, I don't know. Maybe it was an intern, maybe somebody was drunk, passed out, and their kid knew if they didn't do it, the family wouldn't get paid that month. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I have no idea what goes on in whatever place where these surveys are written. Thinking specifically about how YouTube recognizes creators, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? YouTube values me as a partner. Absolutely not. YouTube recognizes new and aspiring creators? Absolutely not. No. YouTube celebrates my success. No. YouTube won't even give people their subscribe buttons, and they won't tell them why. YouTube could not give less of a shit about anybody's success as long as their pocketbooks are lined. And I'm not saying that just because I think it's really cool to justify my own resentment of people who are successful. I'm not saying that because it's trendy now in pop culture to like bash people who are successful. I'm saying that because I genuinely, with every fiber of my being, believe that due to every bit of evidence we've ever been given. YouTube does not care about my success. Mine specifically, never. They could not care less about my success. Trying to stay civil about it, trying. Not succeeding, trying. They seem to show a bias. They should treat every creator equal. Absolutely, they should. They should. And if people are like really shitty, nasty people, if people make bullying content, if people are like outright awful people, if they're really nasty and sexist and racist, sure, they might get a following at first, but that's what the free market is for. People will leave those people when they realize how awful they are. Everybody should be given a fair shot. Everybody. And based on people's quality of their content and, you know, just based on what viewers want to see, they'll succeed, you know? People that actually put out videos have more courage than I. I don't think I could handle the YouTube comment sections. It's a dumpster fire. Yeah, it is. Mine isn't that bad. I've gotten some pretty baffling comments that are supposed to be like really, really mean. I'm very lucky. I think if my channel gets any bigger, I'll have some problems. Or part of me, because I'm just kind of a pessimist, assumes that if I ever do get like my big break, if I ever start getting more visibility in like big intervals, it's going to be because I crossed the wrong person, or because people like Kiwi Farms think I'm a lol cow. It's going to be for the wrong reason when I start getting more visibility. So I'm sure at some point, if I persist, if I don't just give up on my YouTube channel, which in my, you know, crippling depression, I consider doing at least twice a week, just never doing another video. Eventually I will have more of the dumpster fire, you know, experience in my comment section, but I don't right now. But yeah, you have to be willing to put yourself out there, and it's scary, and I think it's rewarding. It can be rewarding if you go into it with the right mindset, and if you choose not to let total strangers whose opinions are irrelevant start defining you more than your opinions and the opinions of people around you who know you and love you, whose opinions therefore are more valid and matter. But you know, you shouldn't belittle yourself either. You have every right to decide how much you put yourself out there, and there's no shame in deciding that you don't want to be a you know, a sideshow freak like somebody like me decides to be to get more attention. There's no shame in deciding that that's just not for you. I try to stream. I don't want to show my face, and I don't like using a mic, so hurrah, I guess. I have courage. Yeah, you don't have to show your face. It's cool that people with like characters or personas that they just use for online are doing well now. I wish the face rig thing was better, if you know what face rig is. It's just kind of relegated to like sort of weird, silly videos right now. I wish that was better so people could just do that a little bit better and have it be more like palatable to viewers. The mic thing, I get really freaked out, and I used to get way more freaked out when it came to, I guess, public speaking in the form of streaming. I used to get so scared before I would stream, and every once in a while, I still do now. I have to be in the right mood to have the courage to stream and to be comfortable enough to. And I hate my voice, or I used to hate my voice more. If you have not noticed, I sound like several generations of tubas have all bred with their siblings, and I am the horrifically deformed, inbred by like 70 generations tuba baby. But one of the good things that I have discovered about doing this is that you have to get comfortable with yourself. When you're editing videos, when I'm rewatching my streams to see what I like, to see what I could do better, to see whose comments I may have missed or misinterpreted, because you misread and misinterpret comments a lot when you're streaming, because your brain is just going so fast, trying to stay entertaining, trying to stay on task. It's very, very easy, and that's why so many people misread or misinterpret comments. And like if you comment on something 5 minutes ago and then the person streaming sees it 5 minutes later, they're so preoccupied trying to get their sentence out and make sense and stay on topic and focus that they're not going to remember. And when I rewatch my videos, I'm always like, I know what they mean now. You know, I didn't miss 3 words of what they said this time. And it seems silly and it's embarrassing to me to realize how bad I've messed up. But anyway, through that experience and through editing my videos and watching and rewatching and rewatching them to make sure everything is polished enough to upload, it really forces you to sit with yourself and get comfortable with yourself, or at least accept yourself in the ways that you can't change, as far as your voice, as far as many aspects of your looks. You know, it's allowed me to accept myself more, not love myself more, but get over myself more, as far as my insecurities that are relatively small and that I can't change, you know? Heyo, hello. I'm looking at your tiny, you're the one with the tiny Todoroki, right? Is that Todoroki? I think? Your avatar? Former BuzzFeed writer made this survey, perhaps. Maybe. If I made content for YouTube, it would be as uninteresting to the internet as it is to people IRL. Well, that's not a nice thing to say about yourself. I hate the sound of my voice, if anything, self-conscious and stuff. Absolutely. I hate my voice. But this has forced me to get used to it. So in that regard, YouTube has helped me with my self-confidence quite a bit. Thinking specifically of how YouTube assists you, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? I am satisfied with the support offered by YouTube. No. No, absolutely not. I understand what YouTube offers creators of various channel sizes. No, I don't think it is explained anywhere, and it probably is to bigger creators. It's probably a lot more obvious or accessible to them to see what services YouTube offers them, as far as how to get paid, how they can advertise, how they can partner with YouTube or different channels or different sponsors. But if anything, I'm assuming that the reason I don't understand what YouTube offers channels of various sizes is because I'm one of the small ones that they have made it abundantly clear that they don't care about at all. Did you know that you can contact YouTube support by using any of the following methods? YouTube community forum. I have no idea how to get to that. Team YouTube on Twitter. Yes, YouTube help channel. Is it all these things? I know Team YouTube on Twitter. YouTube help channel is probably real. You know what? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just going to say Team YouTube because I don't know how else to do it. Did you contact YouTube support during the past 90 days? I saw my hair out of the corner of my eye and thought one of the cats had gotten in the room somehow. That was not the case. Using any of the following methods. Yes, actually. I contacted Team YouTube on Twitter because they did the like makeover to where everything is just kind of like little words floating in a white, like, blinding background. I really liked it before, where the subscriptions and stuff were a much more grid-like format. It didn't look like this creepy utopian sort of like Apple type format that's really, really hard on my eyes, and it's hard to just, it's hard for my brain to process the like delineations. I don't know if that's the right word, like where one video's title and description start and the next one stops. Just the format has changed and I hate it, and it hurts my eyes horribly. So I actually commented, because for a while they were letting you switch back to the older version or use the new version. And they got rid of that. They got rid of switching back to the older version. And I was like, please God, let this just be some mistake where I can't find the button now, or some kind of glitch where you can't see it. And I did tweet at them, and they said, hi, we've transitioned over to the new thing now. You can't go to the older version. Please let us know if there's anything missing, because they had to be intentionally obtuse and pretend that people who have any kind of vision problems or are prone to any kind of weird like headache type conditions aren't very negatively affected by the new hideous format of the homepage. So yes, I did contact them within the past 90 days, I believe. It was almost definitely that recently, yes. The following YouTube support methods helped me resolve issues with my channel. None. No. But then again, that doesn't apply. It's not like they refused to help me. It just didn't pertain to that exactly. Hi Magog, did you not get this? I assume that like everybody got it on their like creator studio tab page thingies. It's just a survey, and I'm probably gonna have like the Google Gestapo banging down my door and tearing my kidneys out and force feeding them to me in front of my husband and my cats for publicizing the survey. But what the hell, I need the views, so I thought I would just stream. Anyway. I hate the sound of my voice. Oh yeah, I responded to that. YouTube support just messaged Keemstar? Is that what you meant, Ryan Lynn? Thinking about how YouTube communicates, again, the very, very deliberate emphasis, just in case you don't know English. Thinking about how YouTube communicates and supports creators, how strongly do you agree or disagree with each of the following statements? Oh my god. So, tech support has Bando-made food, and it smells so good, I'm gonna die. But I will not rush through this. My integrity, my principles matter more than delicious, delicious seasoned rice with a browned turkey breast in it. That's not true at all, but I'm gonna press on nonetheless. Okay. YouTube provides information that is relevant to me. No, not really. YouTube gives timely updates on changes that could impact me. No. I find things out through bigger creators saying how the algorithm works. I'm never able to figure out that information on my own. And that's intentional. There's no way that it's not intentional, that their algorithm is absolutely, completely nebulous. YouTube offers transparent communication. I could not disagree more. I'm sorry. YouTube offers clear communication. No. No. No, they don't. They don't. YouTube clearly communicates how copyright and content ID works on the service. No. The closest thing I found to that was a flowchart on Reddit trying to explain how people have sort of inferred that the copyright system works, you know, until you get your channel taken down for arbitrary things that you didn't have time to disprove. YouTube does a good job of delivering information to me. No. Nope. Not even a little bit. Make sure you live stream your arrest and subsequent disembowelment. Oh, you bet I will. I need the views. No one would get the notification until it ends. Holy shit. That's so true. What kind of communications do you receive from YouTube? Notifications in Creator Studio Desktop. The blue banners, yes, I get those. Notifications in YouTube app or Studio mobile app? No. YouTube creator emails? No. I'm not important enough to them to get anything like that. I'm not one of the cool kids. Messages in the Studio beta dashboard? No. Nope. I get the blue banners. That's all I get, other than seeing people ranting, usually on other social media sites, about how ridiculous Twitter, that's usually where I see things, how ridiculous YouTube's new policy changes are. Seriously, it's almost always hearsay. It's almost always some other source of people just complaining about how incompetent YouTube is progressively being. The only thing I ever see from YouTube is the blue banners. Thinking, oh, they didn't have to like scream the word this time. That's refreshing as someone who gets really sick of patronizing things on the internet. Thinking about the frequency of communications you receive from YouTube, how strongly do you agree or disagree with the following statement? YouTube sends me the right amount of information. No, I don't get anything. Freaking no, I disagree. Why do you disagree strongly with the following statement? YouTube sends me the right amount of information. I receive no information on policy changes New features. I like threes, so I've got to think of a third thing to say. That is completely honest. Is there any other category I want to fit in here? I receive no information on policy changes, new features, or how do I want to word this? Or other updates pertaining to me as a creator. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to be petty and say, I genuinely believe that you do this on purpose because you don't care about small creators. I'm not going to say that because I need to be civil. That's the only way anybody is going to benefit. You know, the person reading the survey is probably not like this sinister person who's pulling the strings trying to suppress, you know, conservative voices or whatever. I don't know. MRAs, whoever it may be. I receive no information. I'm going to sneeze. On policy changes, new features, or other updates pertaining to me as a creator. That's true. That's true. Have you heard anything from or about YouTube in the past 90 days? I'm not sure. I don't believe so. How familiar are you with the following? Oh, yes, Uncle Jeezy, for Magog, make sure to somehow fit ass rape organically into the response. Dude, ass rape almost never comes up in conversation for me. Maybe it's because I'm boring. Maybe it's because I'm sheltered. I'll have to work on that. I will. How familiar are you with the following? YouTube community forum. Have I even heard of it? I think I've heard of it. I believe I've heard it referenced before. Probably on like Reddit or something. YouTube creator site. YouTube.com/creators. Never heard of it. YouTube help. Our help center and in-product help. Legitimately have never heard of it. Creator Insider YouTube channel, informal YouTube channel run by the creator technical team to share information with the wider creator community. No, I've never heard of that. YouTube Fan Fest, I've never heard of that either. YouTube Creators Channel, I heard of that earlier in the survey. YouTube Creators for Change, a new initiative supporting creators who are tackling difficult issues like hate speech, extremism, and xenophobia on YouTube. I know the name. I know that it's YouTube, who's probably a bunch of old white men doing their best to virtue signal to the leftist millennial masses to make sure that we don't know that they don't give a shit about anybody, including LGBT people and racial minorities. I know that it's virtue signaling like that, just based on what I've heard so far. I hope it's not. But based on the fact that it's one of the things YouTube is pushing from the inside, I couldn't be more skeptical about the authenticity of it. Its origins, its people. YouTube Creator Academy site. Huge catalog of tutorials made to challenge and inspire your creativity. Creator Academy site. No, I've never heard of that. At YT Creators Twitter. I know a little. I've seen it. Team YouTube. I know a little. YouTube Gaming Twitter. I mean, I know a little. I've never seen it, but obviously I know of it and I know what it's for. YouTube Next Up, a contest for creators. No, never heard of it. Okay, cool. Overall, how satisfied are you with the following? YT Creators Twitter? Somewhat dissatisfied. I don't know enough about it to honestly be very dissatisfied, so I'm not going to say that. Team YouTube, very dissatisfied. Their answers are... they're non-answers, they're condescending, silly, like happy-go-lucky, like, hey buddy, sorry about this thing that we're not sorry about at all, and that was changed because the people who run YouTube don't care at all about you as a creator, but here's this other fun thing you can try. YouTube Gaming, I am neither satisfied nor dissatisfied. I'm sure they don't push anybody who actually tries really hard. How sad is that I'm that cynical, you know? That's not, it's very, very bad when morale is that low, and I'm far from the only one. Do you create gaming content / videos for your YouTube channel? I tried once. I tried to screen record Minecraft on my laptop, and that was hilarious, but it didn't go well. So, no. In the future, I do plan to do some. We're building a new computer for me soon. Actually, we're building a new computer for my fiance because he does much more gaming than I do, and he's basically going to give me most of the parts from his computer. So I'll be able to do a lot more with my YouTube channel, including a little bit of gaming content, which people asked for a lot in the past. But no, not now. It will either be eye-opening for YouTube that barely any of their creators know what is available to them from YouTube, or 2, ignore it all and claim it was a success. It might be both. It might privately be one, and they're going to gloss over it and pretend that they're taking everything in stride and everything is going according to plan. Honestly, they don't care. They don't care. Every time creators extremely vocally oppose their ridiculous, corporate, shallow, Hollywood-oriented nonsense, just totally detached, condescending commercial nonsense, they say they care for a day or two, and obviously they don't. They don't. They think that just saying that we're pivoting back to video, we heard your criticisms and your opinions, and we're going to factor them in and make YouTube a better experience, a more rewarding experience for creators and viewers alike. They say that, and they don't mean it. And they think that just saying that is going to do something. A lot of us are stupid. Yes, the average IQ is 98. But we're not that stupid, okay? Xenophobia on a global site. Okay, lol. Yeah, no shit. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't be cynical. I need to be fair. What other platforms, if any, do you create content for? How about it's none of your goddamn business? Because you're going to try and shut everything down that I mention. Let's see. Vimeo, yes. Instagram, yes. Twitch. No, I have a Twitch channel, but I never figured out how to use it because I am an old lady. Twitter, Facebook, my own website. Instagram TV, I don't know what that is. Snapchat, every once in a while I'll accidentally add a blurry picture to my Snapchat stories, but it's not on purpose. Other, please specify. What else do I use? Related to your channel. What other platforms? Oh shit, the State of the Union thing is happening. Oh. Do I use anything else? Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, I wouldn't say would qualify for that exactly. Vero, kind of. Facebook, Snapchat, I do not use. That's pretty much it. Every once in a while, if I make a video that showcases some of my further left-leaning beliefs, I actually used to share it on Tumblr before Tumblr made sure that it was abundantly clear that perverts like myself are to be killed on sight. So I left and I don't use it anymore. But yeah, this is pretty much it, actually. It's all lip service to those that are more vocal. Okay. Please allocate 100... Oh my God. I can't math, you fools! Whatever. Please allocate 100 preference points across the following platforms. Indicate in the slide boxes. Slide boxes? Side boxes. How many points you would assign to each based on your preference to upload to that platform. I use Twitter all the time, but that's just because of the nature of it and the format. I really like Instagram. I upload to Instagram a lot. I actually have a lot of fun thinking about what I'm going to upload to Instagram next to make my page aesthetically balanced and unified, in my opinion. Boop boop ba-doo ba-doo. I'm going to say 50. blue 30. That's pretty much all of them, huh? Poopy. I don't know. What's next? I would say 7? Is that okay? Can I say that? My own website's gonna be low. It's gonna be like 3. Vimeo's gonna be like 2. And then I've got 8 left. Actually, let's make YouTube 6. Let's make that 9. Okay, how's that? That's pretty good. Almost done, I swear. You disagree strongly that YouTube is the best place for creators. Which of the following platforms is the best place for creators? I'm going to say Twitch. No, I'm not going to say Twitch. I'm going to say Vimeo. I think that's the place that is the most welcoming and fair to the creators. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I believe that. Please answer the following. My core audience is on YouTube. I'm not sure. I have more subscribers, fans on YouTube than other... Absolutely not. No, I can't get any of them to come over here. Okay. Please indicate your level of agreement with the statement below. YouTube does a good job distributing my new videos. No. No. People thought I hadn't uploaded in 6 months. How many YouTube channels do you currently upload to? 1. Nice eyes. Thanks, Mabel. 98 preference points for Pornhub, 2 for YouTube. That's pretty close, actually. Useful eyes, too. Thank you. Is there anything else you want us to know? Overall, morale should... Overall... creator and viewer morale should be deeply alarming to YouTube. I personally have zero faith that YouTube cares about my success. As a creator. The recent policy changes, copy strike, updates, and statements from official accounts, including YouTube's CEO, make it... I'm not being a bitch to get you guys to be like, yeah, you tell them, little blonde girl in your basement. This is completely heartfelt. Overall creator and viewer morale should be deeply alarming to YouTube. It should. I personally have zero faith that YouTube cares about my success as a creator. The recent policy changes, copy strike updates, and statements from official accounts, including YouTube's CEO, make it abundantly clear that the needs and wishes of creators and subscribers alike are irrelevant to the company's decision-making process. Okay, I'll take this off because it looks like there's too much here, is what it's trying to say. Is that what it's trying to say? Let's just do this. That's what I'm going to say. I have zero faith that YouTube cares about my success as a creator. The recent, well, I want to make it brief so they actually read it. Recent policy changes and statements from official accounts, including YouTube CEO, make it abundantly clear that the needs and wishes of creators and subscribers alike are irrelevant to the company's decision-making process. I'm sorry. That is absolutely true. I identify as female. Okay. Yeah! What do you think, kids? That's what I have to say. You're welcome, YouTube. If you people are watching this, and I doubt you are unless you're fixing, or you're, what do the kids say? Unless you're finna scold me for publicizing this to non-creators. I genuinely meant everything I said here. I was not saying it out of some desire to fit in with this culture of being really nasty and trying to stick it to the man. I don't I don't resent anyone at YouTube for being successful, for getting to the positions they're in. I don't think that I am entitled to anything I have not earned. I recognize that many people my size have to work and grind for years to get their channels any bigger. I'm not saying that anybody is personally robbing me of anything. That's ridiculous, and I believe that I need to keep working if I want to get anywhere. Those disclaimers being made, everything I said here was entirely genuine. I have zero faith in YouTube as a platform. The people behind YouTube, I do not trust. I have no faith in them. I do not expect any changes that are in any way beneficial for the little people, being the content creators. It would shock me if anything YouTube does in the next even 5 years has anything to do with how the viewers feel and how the creators feel. It would absolutely astound me and just take me completely by surprise if YouTube started listening to any of the people who, with our traffic to your site, by uploading things to your site, by having ads on our videos, you know, by sitting through ads ourselves. If anything in your policies, if any of your upcoming decisions and changes had anything to do with any of what we feel, any of what we desire, any of what we desperately need, I have zero faith in YouTube. Zero faith. As soon as another platform becomes more viable, I will be supporting it. And the only thing that's keeping me here, the only thing that's keeping any of us here is your monopoly status, period. As soon as another site actually manages to get out from under you trying to crush them and sabotage them from becoming a viable competitor, I will be switching there. I'm sorry. I have zero faith in you. It's been demonstrated over and over again that you people don't care at all about any of us. You don't care about any of us beyond the money we line your pockets with. I genuinely believe that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't care if my subscribers believe the same thing. I don't want to cause conflict or say something, you know, profound and edgy just to get attention. I believe that with every fiber of my being, and there's nothing you can say at this point to make me think otherwise. Nothing, because you've said over and over and over again with empty words that you are pivoting back to what we care about, that you're hearing us out, that you're taking our criticism and our opinions in stride. You're not. You have demonstrated time and time again that we are completely irrelevant, that you think that with just pretty empty words you're going to placate us. It's not going to work. It will never work. We're not that stupid. And as soon as a viable alternative actually succeeds at getting out from under where you try and stomp them out when they're first getting off the ground, we will all be there. We will be gone. So good luck. I wish you the best, even though I really shouldn't, because I think that people who try to suppress and use small content creators and viewers are genuinely very, very bad, dishonest, dishonorable people. That's what I believe. And I'll be interested to see if anybody else discusses the surveys that they got. I'm sorry, I have zero faith in you, and you have done it to yourselves with everything you have done, with your condescension, with your constant lies, with your blatant attempts to just pander to Hollywood and to corporate sponsors. You have made it as clear as anyone possibly could that you don't care about us, that nothing we desire, nothing we need matters to you. You don't care if you just suddenly destroy people's careers arbitrarily. You don't care if your copyright system makes any sense or is fair in any way, shape, or form. You don't care. It's all about money for you. That's the bottom line. Whoever's narrative you need to push to get paid the most is who you're going to push, is who you're going to promote. You don't actually care about racial minorities. You don't care about LGBT people. You don't care about a variety of cultures. You don't care about xenophobia or hate speech. You care about money. You've made that blatantly clear to all of us. I'm sorry. I have zero faith in you. And good luck trying to get any of it back. And I am far from the only one. Far from the only one. So, what's the chat saying? If a great new site that is the same standard of YouTube comes along, they'll discredit it like the companies that went after Subscribestar. Absolutely they will. And most of these companies are all owned by Google and working in tandem to maintain the monopoly across a variety of different social media platforms. People need to wake up and people need to start supporting other platforms. People need to realize that these companies aren't what they set out to do. YouTube has been in the red for a long time. They're not out to actually be a legitimate, honest business. Neither is Twitter, neither is Facebook, neither is Instagram. They're all pushing an agenda, and it just so happens that we're all egotistical enough to buy into it because it's social media and we get to talk about ourselves all day. Okay, cool. Quiet clap. I want to do big clap, but we'll do quiet clap. I have to go eat supper because I'm starving. I actually got so impassioned that I'm a little warmer. So, thank you, YouTube survey, for helping me combat our broken heater. I'm gonna go now. Chat, thank you guys so much for sticking around and offering your opinions, even those of you who are just kind of random and pop in out of nowhere. It means the world to me that you guys show up and support me and offer your opinions. You guys are generally some of the kindest, most interesting, funny people that I've ever come across, and I'm so honored that you guys are here because of me and you are interested in what I have to say. Bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. I hate to be condescending, but apparently calls to action are imperative if you want your poor, piddling, mental midgets of viewers to actually, do what you want them to do. I apologize for the condescension, but apparently you have to do that. If I don't use a call to action, you guys have no idea what I want you to do. It's not like that's implied by me making videos. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, kids. Share my stuff if you like it. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you've got questions, comments about anything, requests for upcoming video topics for me to cover. I hope you all have a wonderful night or day wherever you're at. If today was real shitty, please resolve to make tomorrow better. Remember, life is going to happen to you. It's going to come whether you want it to or not. So you can either let it happen to you, or you genuinely do have the power to decide that you are going to live your life and you are going to dictate the outcome. And I genuinely do hope that you all decide to be proactive about your lives and living them. You all deserve to be happy, and I hope you all seek that out for yourselves, because you're awesome. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I love you dearly, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go now. Go.